So what's my opinion on chapter 4 of Fortnite? First of all, let's talk about the announcement of this chapter. It surprised me because it came like 3 seasons after chapter 3, I believe. And it seems like they wanted the new chapter because they wanted to be like fresh, and they wanted the game to feel like a new game instead of chapter 3, which felt like a filler. By the way, I haven't played chapter 3 for almost like, maybe I've tried the season for 1 day or 2 day, but I haven't played chapter 3 at all because the game like literally was simply like unenjoyable. Like there's nothing else to say. But with this chapter, however, I've seen some interesting changes, so let's talk about them. Starting from the map. The map seems smaller, but this is actually a huge advantage for the game. It felt like the game pacing was way more quicker, and it didn't feel like I have to run like for literally 10 minutes to go to the next POI. So the next POIs are really next to you. So the main POIs that I actually enjoyed are the Citadel, the ice place called, I don't know, Lonely Labs, and the Brutal place, and then the Anvil Square. That's it. Those three places. Also sometimes the faulty splits and shattered slabs. Those like 4 places that I actually move around the most or drop usually there. The map seems small but actually enjoyable. Like I didn't wait 2 weeks. I haven't waited 2 weeks I played for 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks, to give a strong opinion about the game itself. Regarding the skins, I don't care about, like, I stopped caring about the skins since chapter 2 maybe, because if the game is bad, the skins have no use. So yeah, I know they brought Mr. Beast and Deku from Hero Academy, which I recently finished season 3, I believe. Season 4. So yeah, Hero Academy is nice. Anyway, the things that made this chapter interesting are the items themselves. For example, the flying things, which they drop shields and good guns, and then maybe some 30 mats or something. But they are very, very interesting. And then moving on to the guns, actually I've spoke about this before on my for other Fortnite video I made before. The guns this chapter are so, I feel like they are the most balanced in a long time. The SMGs don't feel like very insane like the Stinger, and the assault rifles are also don't feel like super effective. Maybe the red eye is very insane like long range, but like close range, so they feel pretty balanced in my opinion. And the caliber maybe is the most annoying gun, but however you can debate about. Now that I finished the map, like I said, it's the most interesting thing about this chapter, and what makes this chapter special is the little changes they have. The insane chest they brought. It's not like the super chest in Stark season in chapter 2 season 4. No. This one feels a little different. It doesn't feel like insanely OP because the guns themselves are not that OP in the first place. I was a little bit scared about the shotguns. The Maven was so bad. So bad. Even now, I think it's so bad. However, the Thunder shotgun is actually a pretty cool gun, in my opinion. It's actually a very nice gun. And it was a break, or it's gonna either break the season or make the season great. The shotguns are this important. And then, of course, we have the hammer. Now, with the hammer, there are two sides. People actually enjoy it, and then there's some people that actually don't like it. For me, if the hammer didn't exist, I wouldn't like the chapter. I'm straight being honest. For me, if there was no hammer, I wouldn't like the chapter. Because what's crazy is about one day, like now I've recorded this video for Tuesday. Monday is they removed the hammer due to some problems or issues or bugs, and the game felt too dead for me, too slow. The pacing is so bad that I have to run around for like few minutes. It's crazy how mobility changes the whole game, and yeah, I think the hammer is really good addition in my opinion. Maybe it's OP in competitive, maybe it's OP in some aspects, it's pretty random. It can get annoying sometimes with people spamming hammer for running away or crushing your builds. But with those things being said, I actually enjoy it, and I feel like it's one of the most positive changes in this season. And then there are items such as the shield, the superpower shield. To be honest, I don't know what's its use, but maybe in squad modes or duos it can be proven useful. I still don't. I don't mind the item. It's not like I hate it or love it. So yeah, overall, this chapter is like it's a pretty interesting chapter because although those are good changes, it feels pretty average because when you think about it, the reason is this chapter good is because Epic didn't make bad changes. That's it. If they went with a similar style with all the seasons, I think the player base will be much higher than now. And at least they are trying to fix it with this chapter. And I hope the seasons after that is that is that they move forward with this kind of changes. And lastly, which I didn't mention, is the perks. The perks are very, very, very amazing change in my opinion. They give so much to the game and so much depth. It's those small changes, the perks, the maps, the hammer, the guns that felt pretty balanced in my opinion. The flying things and the drop items, and yeah, also there were launch pads in some POIs, and I feel like some POIs they need to add some like lively things such as gravity, maybe low gravity in some POIs, or other items in some POIs. But yeah, overall I actually enjoyed this season, and I don't remember enjoying a season like this since maybe the Stark season. So yeah, I feel like this is a great season in my opinion. But in my opinion, compared to chapter 1, it's still pretty average season because I felt like they just like it. The map still feels like it needs a little bit more push, in my opinion. Like new changes, new items, new builds, new mechanic changes. Because when you think about it, they haven't done any mechanic changes in a long time. Maybe they've added the mantle, the way you run, and yeah, that's it. I think. I don't want to make this video long. This is my opinion. Maybe if you need to hear a rating from me, maybe it's a cool 7.5. My opinion, 7.5 is a well deserved rating. Maybe I gave it the point 0.5 due to me like being biased maybe, but yeah, 7.5, and I've been enjoying this chapter so far, and I hope season 2 will keep on adding things to that. So yeah, that's what I have in my mind, and maybe I forgot some things in the chapter that's worth mentioning. Um, this video is done without a script, like all my videos. And yeah, great chapter so far. And so is ArabLord. Peace.